Hi dreamers, welcome back. It is time for the toughest series, part of this declutter series that I'm going to do, and that is eyeshadow. This is going to be a two-part series because, as you can see, what I have before you is just Drugstore, and this is going to take a little while. So I'm going to do Drugstore first, and then I'll do high-end in a part two. I honestly, I can't tell you that I'm going to get rid of anything because eyeshadow is my favorite, and it's really, really hard. So I've kind of already sorted things here, and it looks like we're going to have a visitor. No, kitten. Say hi, kitten. Hi. Okay, come sit in my lap. Okay, I'm just going to start from this side. This is the only Makeup Revolution palette that I have. And let me kind of scoot some stuff out of the way here so we can see here. Okay, this is the only Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette that I have. It is the Mermaids Forever palette. And I really haven't given this the love that I need to, just because I forget about it. So I don't want to get rid of it. I really love the colors in here. I don't have anything like it in my collection that has kind of all of these colors all in one palette. So I am going to be keeping that. Okay, let's go with Wet n Wild next. I have quite a few Wet n Wild palettes. And trios and things like that. And please excuse my pajama pants. It has just all of a sudden gotten really cold here, and I was just freezing, so I needed to warm up. I have my fuzzy socks on too because I was so cold. Okay, so these two palettes I know for sure that I am keeping. The Petal Pusher palette, which is of course all of the really nice purples. This is one of my favorite Drugstore palettes that I have. And then I just recently picked up the Comfort Zone palette, and I have not even opened it yet because I've been doing the 1 month, one palette challenge. So I haven't even touched this. So I am going to be keeping that. Okay, then I have these, well, they're 5, so they're quints, I guess. And I really like the quality of these, but I just don't ever use them because they are all they're so shimmery. This one these were limited edition not very long ago. Angels and Aubergine, Smoke and Melrose, and Melrose at Night. And I just don't grab for them. These are just really kind of neutral, and I have a lot of neutral palettes, and I have a lot of high-end neutral palettes too. So I just don't ever grab for these because they are so shimmery, and they don't really stand on their own. I think, they do have a couple of satins in them, but I think, okay, kittens, you're gonna just like drive me batty here. I know I'm on the floor, but come on. Anybody want kittens? I mean, you can have these. Go. Go. So I think I'm definitely gonna go ahead and pass those two on. This one I really got because I liked the color scheme, and these bright colors were just so fun. And okay, not my microphone cord. Oh my gosh, this just may not happen tonight. And I like the colors a lot, but they're really not unique in my collection. And I just don't ever grab for it again because of all the shimmery. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that too. Okay, these trios, Sweet as Candy and Silent Treatment. I do grab for these. This one, it is shimmery, but it's not like glittery like those other ones are. They're kind of more satin. And this one, it's kind of the same way. These two are satin, and this one has a little bit of glitter. But I do reach for these, and I really like them. They're great for really easy days. So I'm going to keep those. And then I have these two palettes, the Au Natural palette, and then this is the Studio Eyeshadow palette. I have the same issue with this one that I have with the Quince. Everything in it is just very glittery and shimmery, and so I don't ever reach for it. So I'm going to pass on that. And then this Au Natural palette, I really do like this. But again, it's kind of a neutral palette. It's like, well, I think I would say it was like the Naked 1 or the Naked 2. I don't have either of those. I have Naked 3 and the Smoky palette, so I think I'm going to hang on to this one because I do really like it. Okay, CoverGirl. I know I'm going to keep these, the True Naked, the Roses, and the Nudes. I do reach for these. I like them. I think that they have a good variety of mattes and satins and shimmers. They are very nude, neutral palettes. But I definitely, the Roses is my favorite, so I'm definitely going to keep that. And I really like this Nudes, but how similar is it to... Well, I guess they have some similar colors, but this is really... I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put these two in the Nudes stack and I'm gonna see how many nude palettes that I have and kind of decide at the end. Okay, Milani. These are the Everyday Eyes palettes, and I'm keeping all of these. These are really, really fantastic palettes. They have a very good mix of shimmers and satins. They don't have anything, there's only one in this purple one that kind of has a chunky glitter to it, but I scraped the top off of it. It's working a lot better. But the quality is excellent, and they really rival my high-end palettes. This purple one I use quite often, and that is called Plum Basics. So that one is probably my favorite. I use this one, which is Must Have Naturals, quite a lot. This one, which is Earthly Elements, is a really great dupe for the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I did a whole video on that, minus the purples, but you can get the purples out of here. So I'm keeping that one because the quality is just gorgeous. And I don't worry about taking these with me. I don't worry about traveling with them. I don't worry about playing around with them and experimenting with them because they weren't that expensive. They were $10 a piece. And I think I actually bought these all at a buy one, get one 50% off. This blues I don't use very often, but I don't have a lot of blues in my collection. This is a really, really neutral one, but again, the quality is just so good. And then, of course, this one, I'm not going to use this one all that often, the Vital Brights, but how fun is it to have that just in case you want to and play with it. And I only spent, $10 on it, versus buying like the Urban Decay Electric palette or something like that. So I'm going to keep all of the Milani Everyday Eyes. And I really wish that they would come out with something else too. Okay, let's go to this stack next here. These are kind of just miscellaneous palettes that I have. This is a Cynthia Raleigh palette. I'm not really sure whether this is in with my drugstore stuff, so I'm not really sure how much this costs. But my sister gave this to me last Christmas, and these colors are they're so fun, and I love playing with them. They're just great. They're beautiful. They have a lot of pigmentation. They blend beautifully. I believe she got it from Birchbox if you want to check it out. But it's just really fun, and I don't have a lot of pastel type stuff in my collection, so I'm definitely hanging on to that one. This is the Lorac Pink Champagne palette. I keep going back and forth with this palette because I like it, but I don't love it. The bronzer colors really don't work for me, and I'm really not crazy about the blush color. I like the eyeshadow colors, but I'm just, you know, I mean, they're just not, those eyeshadow colors just aren't popping. I mean, I just saw for that gold, you know, I have kind of a gold right here. In fact, these eyeshadow colors don't look that much different from this Milani one. So this is an Amazon only. I did a whole video and a look with it. And I do like it, but I don't love it. And I don't think I've used it since I did that video. So I'm going to pass that on. Okay, these next two are from BH Cosmetics. This is the Carly Bible palette. And I really like this. I don't use the highlighters. This is the only highlighter that I use actually as a highlighter. The rest are too dark for me, but I do use them as eyeshadows. These are beautiful. They're very highly pigmented. They blend gorgeously. They're very creamy. They are very powdery. BH Cosmetics is a very inexpensive brand. I want to say this was like $12. But I really do like this, and I grabbed for it, so I'm going to keep that. And then this one I am definitely keeping. This is from BH Cosmetics as well. The Pride and Prejudice and Zombies palette. Didn't like the book, haven't seen the movie, but I like the original Pride and Prejudice book. I'm a huge Jane Austen fan, and I'm a huge fan of zombies. Massive Walking Dead fan. I love anything that has to do with zombies. If you want to check out my Goodreads, I have it linked on my blog, dishwaterdreams.com. There are a lot of really great zombie books on there. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject of eyeshadow here, but I really like this palette. It's got some purples in it, but it's got some deep, warm colors. It's got some great blushes. It's got a great highlight. Just like the Carly Bible palette, these are creamy. They blend beautifully. They have a lot of pigmentation. They are very powdery, but that's kind of what you expect with a less expensive eyeshadow, is that it might be real powdery. I prefer powdery over dry every single day of the week, so I'm definitely keeping that. All right, we're making it through here. Okay, Coastal Scents Revealed Palettes. I have all of them. I have Smoky, I have the Revealed 3, the Revealed 2, and the Revealed 1. I'm going to start with Smoky. These are all really kind of dupes for the Naked palettes. And let me grab my Smoky palette here. And I'll show you. This is the Naked Smoky. And this is the Coastal Scents. So they're really very, very similar. This has kind of some more plum colors in it. But do I really need both? I don't, honestly, with all of these Revealed palettes, I like them. The formulas are kind of hit and miss. Some of the colors are really great. The darker ones are a little hard to blend. Some of the chunkier glitter ones are just, they're kind of hard to blend. And honestly, I don't grab for them. I did a whole video series with these, and I used each palette for a week, and I came up with 6 different looks. This Smoky one, I just don't think, I mean, when you go back to the neutral palettes that I have and the Smoky palette, I have all these colors. So I'm going to pass that on. The Revealed 3. Let's pull out the Naked 3. I think these are quite a bit different. They are both rosy in tone, but this one does have a lot of different colors. And this one was really hit and miss for me on the formula. I kind of have to dig into this pink to really get it to show up, and you can see right there, just swatching it, how powdery it is. This one didn't, the 3 just did not have the pigmentation that some of the other ones did. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pass on that one too. Okay, 2 and 1 are the ones that I do not have Naked palettes to go with. So 2, I mean, this is like the roses that I have. They're very, very similar, and this is the CoverGirl, I think, is a much better quality of eyeshadow than these. Again, they're hit and miss. This one is just really, it's beautiful, but you can see how patchy it is. Gosh, I don't know if I'm going to keep any of these, and that kind of makes me sad because the colors, I look at them and I think, oh, that is so beautiful. But this one was just really dry, and the darker colors I really had a hard time blending. This really kind of looks, that almost looks more like the Naked 3 than the other one does. So I think I'm going to pass on that one too. Okay, last one is the original Revealed palette. And it's just another neutral palette. And I don't grab for this. I don't grab for it because it doesn't have any pops of color. And, you know, again, I've got this Nudes palette. And I've got, you know, this Milani one. And this Milani one. And I think I've got all of these colors in better formulas. So I'm going to pass on that. Okay, so palettes. Let's see, I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 palettes, 14, 15 if you count those trios. Back to these. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these, and part of the reason why is because let me look through. Yeah, none of these Milani ones have sort of this dark burgundy color right here, which is beautiful. Yeah, that is much better than the one in the Coastal Scents. So I think I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these because even though they're quite neutral, they do have quite a bit of a different range. This is more browns and this is sort of the burgundies and the blacks. So that's 17 palettes that I'm keeping and 9 that I'm getting rid of. That is honestly a lot better than I thought I would do. Okay, last thing is singles. And honestly, most of these singles, I forget that they're there, and I don't ever grab for them. I know I want to keep this. This is the Wet n Wild. Oh, and I've completely pulled the name off. But this is just a fantastic eyeshadow base. I like setting my eyeshadow bases with this color, so I'm going to keep that. See, the Maybelline color tattoos, I have these in Too Cool, which is a sort of white, and inked in pink. I really do like both of these. I decluttered the color tattoos that I didn't like not very long ago, so I am going to keep those. I'm going to keep my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. When I'm using a lot of these drugstore eyeshadows, I like using this as a base because it gives me a white base and makes the colors pop more. Let's see, this is just a little sample from the balm of the Nude Dude, and I did get rid of, not the Nude Dude, but the one with the girls. I did get rid of that because I just didn't really like the formula, so I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to pass on this Pacifica Duo, which is broken, but it just doesn't have a whole lot of pigmentation, and this white it's not white. It's like a gold, and you can see there's just no. We're gonna have cats all day. Just no pigmentation to that, so I'm gonna get rid of that. See, these three are all just really, really similar. Well, that's kind of a bronzy. I just got that in a subscription box, and I don't know, I think I've only used it once. It's really, really similar to this L'Oreal Infallible in bronzed taupe. I don't know if I can get the lid back on. They're so similar. Honestly, I like this one better. As far as the color, I'm gonna think on those for a second. This is just a shimmery. Yeah, don't need that. I mean, how many of these shadows do you really need? Yeah, I don't need that one. This eyeshadow trio from City Colors, it's broken. I've tried to fix it. I don't grab for it because, again, this is just like the, really similar to this Milani palette, almost identical. This is fantastic quality. This is good quality, but it's not as good as this. So I'm going to get rid of that. This is a little sampler that my sister gave me. And I think I'm going to give this to Taylor because this is just too small for me to get a brush in. I really like the colors, and I did try this enough to check out this brand. And I don't have it. It just says Sweet and Shimmer. But I do have the brand listed on my computer. So I was really happy that I got to try that. And I'm going to pass it on and just let her play with it since this is just a little sample. Okay, this is Jessie's Girl Mineralized Baked Powder Eyeshadow. I really like the way that this looks, but it just doesn't stay on my eyes. When I put it on, it just kind of goes all over my face. So I'm going to get rid of that. This is a Starlooks, I don't know, Rose Gold Cream Eyeshadow. I do like this. It's very sticky. It doesn't dry down very well, but I think it looks beautiful. So I'm going to keep that. Oh, and I just don't know. I really don't need either of these. I just really don't, because I know that I have shimmery bronzy colors everywhere and I just do not grab for these. But this one is waterproof. So I'm going to pass on that one, and I'm going to keep this one just for summertime use, because I know I did get a lot of good use out of this when I was at the beach, since it is waterproof and it actually did stay on in the ocean. So I'm going to keep that one. So I did a lot better with that. I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of single things, and I'm getting rid of 8 single things. So that is all of my drugstore eyeshadows. I think I did fairly okay in getting rid of stuff. Please make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss part 2 of this eyeshadow declutter, which will be high-end, middle of the road and high-end. I'll start from kind of Sephora brand, Clinique brand on up. So that will be coming early next week. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like declutters. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.